What's going on, everybody? Listen, I don't know how to begin this, man, but welcome to G Mize World Podcast. This Kansas City Chiefs team, they're just outrageous. Now, let me just explain why I feel that they are the best team in the AFC, even though the Patriots beat them the prior week in primetime on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to go ahead and break some things down, right? Especially what was going on within that Patriots game. Now, if you guys watched the game, you would have known and seen that that was the first time you could have visibly seen that Patrick Mahomes was intimidated. And when I'm saying intimidated, I don't mean like scared. Just like, it's like, wow, I'm playing against the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. And sometimes that can be overwhelming. It's sort of like, I remember when Allen Iverson went up against Michael Jordan and he crossed him over, whatever like that. And, Allen Iverson is a different type of individual. Like, when you grow up in certain type of areas, you don't fear any man. You're taught to not really care about, I don't care who that guy is. He's not God. I fear no man but God. You got that kind of mentality. But still, you get that kind of awe. Because even after he crossed Michael Jordan up after the game, you could see like the reverberation, like the love, everything about being able to play against that individual. Like just being able to be on the same court as Jordan was a blessing to a lot of individuals for what we were able to see him do. And I think that that's what really overwhelmed Mahomes when he played against Tom Brady. He was missing wide open throws, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, like simple throws. But then when he calmed down and came to the realization, like, I am that dude. Like this dude has the potential. Like Hall of Fame is written all over this guy. I'm telling you right now, Stevie Wonder can see that this dude has Hall of Fame written all over him. So if you are a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you should be very, very happy knowing that, barring any serious injury, this dude right here is going to be that guy he's going to take that torch. Like when you look at the quarterbacks right now, you got your Drew Brees, you got your Tom Brady, you got Aaron Rodgers. I think, Ben Roethlisberger's been on the decline, for a while, but those are the top three guys that you really think about. Mahomes is right there. Phillip Rivers is there too. Phillip Rivers is in my top five. Mahomes is also there. But you have to understand this, right? The weapons around him offensively makes this team something that nobody ever wants to see. Now, let's see what happens throughout the season to see where the game is going to be played in the playoffs, if it will be at the Patriots or will it be at Arrowhead, because this is a very, very delicate situation. I believe if the Patriots have to go to Kansas City, they will lose, and they will lose very badly. I don't care about the GOAT, all this stuff, and it's not because of Tom Brady. The defense won't be able to do enough to stop Kansas City, and I just don't think that Tom Brady still will be able to outscore Patrick Mahomes the next time that they play each other, because it's too much, bro. Kareem Hunt going for 3 TD's, not even trying. This dude is rolling out of the pocket. Mahomes is rolling out of the pocket, just flicking the wrist and throwing hot dots, bro. Tyreek Hill dropped that wide open touchdown, came back on the same drive and still scored just wide open. It's too much. And I know we're going to go into the Bengals in a second and Marvin Lewis and try to figure out how he still has a job in a second. But let's just talk about the fact that these dudes are not, they're not like overhyped. So they're must-watch TV. They're must-see. These dudes are literally going out there and just dominating. And remember, in the second half of that Patriots game, that was complete domination. And they should have won that game. But Tom Brady's greatness, it shined once again, which is why people will say that he is the GOAT. Because it was all on him. That defense, look, they were able to trick him once and Hightower got the pick. But that's pretty much it. And that's a mistake when you compare it to other quarterbacks. You can deal with that because he's going to come back and put on a show. Not like these other quarterbacks in the league. And just watching him play last night, it was like, wow, man, it's consecutive. And usually with Andy Reid coach teams, they start to decline. I don't see them declining, bro. I don't really see that happening in this situation. I think that the sky's the limit for this team. They're very, very exciting to watch. They're one of the teams like you just definitely have to see. When you see the Chiefs on the schedule, you're going to definitely watch that game. That's where they are right now. I don't think there's any other team right now that I would rather watch other than the Chiefs. And it's just so many offensive weapons, so many different plays. Andy Reid coming up with ridiculous plays, having Tyreek Hill run around in circles behind the line of scrimmage and then just be wide open. Like, it's really, really good stuff. And I'm really starting to enjoy that a lot more, knowing that they're consistent. Because that's the one thing, right? It's not like they're a super team by themselves, like with basketball, with the Warriors, because you have the Rams. You see what I'm saying? So you have two balanced teams, and they're in different divisions. You got the AFC, you got the NFC. So you got two, in my opinion, two kings of their own destinies, right? But when you look at the NBA, it's completely different because nobody's beating the Warriors. Nobody beating that Warriors team. But you still would, I would have to give the edge kind of, sort of, to Kansas City because I think Mahomes is better than Jared Goff. And I go based on the quarterback situation. And that's why the Patriots are even in the conversation of going back to the Super Bowl is because of Tom Brady. Has nothing to do with that defense. That defense is putrid. It's one of the most ridiculously disgusting defenses I've seen in the Bill Belichick era. Okay, so without talking about that, let's go ahead and jump into the Bengals, right? Marvin Lewis somehow has been able to be bad at his job for over a decade and has not been fired. And I understand he's a great guy. I understand. Bro, listen, trust me. I love dudes that are great guys, man. You got compassion, you give the charity, things like that. But, bro, when it comes to winning and losing, I need the best person out there that's going to put together something that's going to make sense. And Marvin Lewis, he's consistently walked around like he has a doodle stain in his pants on the sideline, and it's really been bothering me for a very, very long time. And I just, like, certain times you feel like you need a fresh face. Like, no matter what happens with the Patriots, I don't feel like that about Bill Belichick. I don't feel like that about Sean Payton. Like, currently right now, I don't feel like that about Andy Reid. You can see that the coach has an influence and they're worth the money that they're being paid. John Gruden is not worth $100 million. I know it's early right now to say it, but no matter what he does, unless he wins a Super Bowl, which I don't think they're going to do, he's not going to be worth that $100 million. Because let's be honest, that's a drop in the bucket to these owners, so it's not a big deal about the money. It's about production. And I don't think that he's going to give those Raiders fans what they deserve. And that's a lot of money to be paying a coach to not come through. You see what I'm saying? So when I look and I assess it, like Todd Bowles with the Jets, he doesn't fit that team. And it's nothing personal with Todd Bowles. It's just his face. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like certain people, like Mike Tomlin, right? I'm starting to get sick and tired of Mike Tomlin simply because he let Antonio Brown get away with what he did with that FaceTime Live after that huge win before the Patriots. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to make example of players. That's what I like about Bill Belichick. Remember, he got rid of Randy Moss from that team in his prime. Randy Moss was never the same because Randy Moss thought, yo, bro, I'm Randy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's going to be okay. Nah, bro. Look, you got to go. That's Randy Moss. Like, he's getting Richard Seymour. He got rid of these guys in their prime. Like, yo, listen, you suck, bro. I got things I got to do. That's why, in my opinion, I would have to give Bill Belichick the greatest coach of all time. I know they allegedly cheating, Spygate, whatever like that. But I believe that most coaches did exactly what he was doing, but just not as egregious. Like, he really had spies in there, bro. Like, the dude had drones before we even knew what drones were. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, the dude was going ape on that, bro. I can't defend him with that situation, but what I can tell you is this. I do believe that he is the best coach to ever coach in the National Football League, including the times when he was able to, where he was able to get that championship with the New York Giants as a defensive coordinator. Like, everything that he's been able to do has been something that you can mark to his legacy. So these are the things that I'm trying to assess when I get into the Bengals. I don't think that they're ever going to reach their truest potential because Marvin Lewis is not that guy for it. Not that he's not a good coach. He's just not a good head coach. Maybe he could be the coach of the sanitary department in the state and put the garbage out. I don't know what he's doing, but ultimately, whenever you see his face as a fan, whatever, as a viewer, you can't have any confidence in that face because a face tells you a lot. You could look at somebody for the first time and be like, you know what? That dude right there, he an idiot. That dude sucks. That dude right there has no idea what he's doing. That dude's just a moron. You can look at that and see it. It's not like it's something that we can't see as human beings. We can see it. So I just don't think that he's that guy for the squad. Going forward, maybe they make a decision to say, you know what, it's time for us to just part ways. Because he reminds me of Jeff Fisher. You know what I'm saying? They've had good teams and just wasn't able to really get across, get over the hump. And that's pretty much what I assess it to. But I am going to point out that A.J. Green is an unbelievable receiver in a very, very bad situation. Because Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, that dude sucks. But he's gotten away with throwing the ball up in the air and doing whatever he wants for years now. And, A.J. Green has consistently been able to overshadow how bad he really is. And that's something that I just wanted to point out. Joe Mixon looks pretty good as well. Again, I don't see anything good happening for this team. So if you guys do, let me know in the comments. But I just really don't. And I've always felt this way about it. Like, after I seen them going to the playoffs all the time and just not being able to get over the hump, just consistently, getting Marvin Lewis, like, you just go in there, get blown out by the Jets. Like, they've done everything in the playoffs. They've lost to people that they shouldn't have lost to. They've just done everything under Marvin Lewis. And I just think they need a fresh face. But in conclusion, the Kansas City Chiefs are for real. And I'm telling you right now, if they're able to keep up this energy and do the things that they're doing, they're going to the Super Bowl. And it's probably going to be them versus the Rams. And I would have to give the edge to the Chiefs. I'm just being completely honest about it. I would love to hear your feedback on it and what you think about it. Definitely drop me a line. Listen to me syndicated. We're on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, G Miles World Podcast. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.